All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about you need to quit worrying about what the other guy's doing in the other bay. What I mean is you need to quit worrying about what that other guy's doing and worry about what's in your bays. Now we're going to talk about how to hopefully get you more hours maybe doing what he's doing. Legitimately, not stealing. I'm going to tell a story this week that happened. Monday, we're down a guy. He's on vacation. I assigned tickets in the shop. So Andrew was assigned 3 tickets. He had 3 tickets immediately approved. He did about 12 hours. I, on the other hand, checked out about 7 cars and had approvals for about 5 hours. Now, outside looking in, it looks like he's being fed. Just not the case. It's luck of the draw. He just happened to have a bunch of customers that were agreeable to go ahead and fix their cars. Now, on a side note, several of those cars sold for me the next day, and I did about 20 hours on Tuesday to make up for that. And before I get a bunch of hate mail, yes, favoritism does happen. Been there, done that. It sucks. Even caught the service advisor doing it. But you can't focus on it. But let's say he's not being fed. What is he doing different than you? Watch, observe. Look at how he writes up his tickets. Look at how he interacts with the service writer. Maybe he tells a better story than you do. Now, I'm going to use a ASE type situation. Car comes in, Technician A and Technician B both look at the car. Now the one ball joint is literally about to separate. I mean, like you took a pickle fork to it, you could probably get it to pop out of the ball. Technician A writes it up, ball joint very loose, recommend replacement. Technician B writes it up, ball joint extremely loose. This is a safety issue and needs to be rectified as soon as possible. Well, when the service writer looks at that, on the Technician A ticket, he might go, well, she's a single mother, it can wait a little while. Technician B, he's going, oh, we got to get this taken care of. You're going to have to borrow some money from your mom or something, but this is something that could get you, seriously hurt. Now, Technician B is not lying. He just told a better story. I'm using a very graphic example, but that's what I mean, is he's giving the service writer more information that this job needs to be sold because this is a safety issue. Whereas, brakes at 3 millimeters is not a huge safety issue. It's just they need brakes. But watch. See how he writes up his tickets. When it's sitting on the counter waiting for the service writer to sell it, read through his notes. See how he writes it up. Maybe you can pick up some tips on how to better write it up for that service writer. Now, I'm going to do a whole separate video on working with service writers, how different service writers interact, how you need to work your service writer in different ways. But that'll be a different video. Another example is right behind you, right behind the camera. A Sport Track, Ford Sport Track. Complaint on the ticket was grinding the front end, ABS traction control lights on. Okay. So I get it. I pull it in. It's grinding in the front end. I scan it. I got ABS codes for the side that's not grinding. So I check it out. I got stuck caliper, and I've got a ABS wire that has, the sheathing has come away and it rubbed through basically through the rust. Because unfortunately it's a rusty truck. Now, during my checkout, I also noticed the lower thermostat housing is starting to leak. Well, that could be a big issue. So, wrote it up for that. Also wrote it up for axle seals on the front end because they were leaking. Go up front, and service writer goes, well, they got to do this, this, and this, right? Well, no, they need to do the brakes. They need to do the thermostat housing. If they need to, they can wait on the bearing. Because it wasn't loose, it was just setting an ABS code. They just wouldn't have ABS. Now, a lesser technician would lie and go, yeah, it needs a wheel bearing too, But I didn't, obviously. Got approval for the calipers and the lower thermostat housing. Okay, good ticket. I'll take it. And about an hour later, I got told that they approved everything on it. Go ahead and fix it all. Cool. So I'm waiting on the calipers to come in, but good ticket. But I didn't lie. They made the decision to go ahead and fix it so their vehicle would be completely fixed. And that's what you got to do. You got to tell all that information. Every bit of information to a service writer is more information that he can convey to the customer to get that ticket sold. But don't lie. Now, you might also figure out that guy next door is a crook, and he's just lying to get hours. Well, if he's lying, you can quit being envious. You can quit focusing on him. He's just a crook. You need to, quit worrying about him. Do what you do. You might want to tell management. You might want to just stay in your corner. But you need to focus on what's in your bays and get what you feel the car needs sold. But again, you got to work on a good story. Service writers love stories. Give them a good one. Hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, subscribe. Make sure and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I put out a new video. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Maybe you're one of those crooks. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.